If you're a foreigner visiting the Philippines, or maybe you're dating a Filipina, you've probably noticed that not all Filipinas are the same. Some are shy, some are adventurous, some are sweet, and some will have you laughing all day long. So today, I'm going to share 5 types of Filipinas you might meet. Maybe you'll recognize someone you know, or maybe you'll realize you're already dating one of them. So let's get started. Let's start with the one that many foreigners notice first. The shy Filipina. Have you ever met someone who barely says anything? You introduce yourself, she smiles. You ask where she's from, she smiles again. Then you start wondering, does she not like me? Believe it or not, that's one of the biggest misunderstandings foreigners have about Filipinas. Many Filipinas are naturally shy, especially when meeting someone for the first time. Sometimes it's because they are nervous speaking English. Sometimes they are afraid of saying wrong thing, and sometimes they are just naturally quiet. I think a lot of Filipinas watching this will agree with me. When we first meet someone, especially a foreigner, we don't always know what to say. But here's the funny part. Give her a little time. Maybe spend a day together. Go sightseeing, eat together, talk about your countries, and suddenly, she's talking non-stop. She's asking you questions, she's laughing at your jokes, she's teasing you because you pronounced one Filipino word completely wrong. You'll probably think, wait, where's the shy girl I met yesterday? That's because once many Filipinas feel comfortable, they become much more confident. So if you meet a shy Filipina, be patient. Sometimes she's simply waiting until she feels comfortable enough to show her real personality. Now let's talk about food. Because honestly, food is a big part of Filipino culture. If a Filipina asks you, have you eaten yet? She is not checking your schedule. She is showing that she cares. That's actually one of the sweetest questions you'll hear in the Philippines. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever asked a Filipina, what do you want to eat? And she says, anything is okay. Great. So you choose pizza. No, you choose burgers. Not really. You choose seafood. Maybe? If you have experienced that, welcome to the club. But once she finally decides where to eat, she will probably encourage you to try Filipino food. She will say, you have to try halo-halo. You have to try lechon. You have to try barbecue. And before you know it, you're eating more than you planned. Then comes the best part. If you're invited to a Filipino home, good luck saying you're full. Because someone will always say, just one more. Then another person says, try this too. Then grandma comes over with another plate. That's Filipino hospitality. We love sharing food. And honestly, seeing our guests enjoy the meal make us happy too. One thing many foreigners notice almost immediately is how close Filipino families are. Family is very important part of our culture. If you're dating a Filipina, don't be surprised if she talks about her mom, if she talks about her dad, if she talks about her grandparents, her brothers, her sisters, her cousins, or her relatives. Sometimes it feels like she knows everyone in the town. Family gatherings are also very common. Birthdays, Christmas, graduations, fiestas, or sometimes no special reasons at all. Filipinos just enjoy spending time together. And if she invites you to meet her family, don't panic. Yes, you might be a little nervous, but most Filipino families are very welcoming. They will probably ask you lots of questions. Where are you from? How do you like the Philippines? What's your favorite food? Then, someone turns on the karaoke. Someone starts cooking. Kids start running around the house. And before you know it, you don't feel like a visitor anymore. You feel like family. I think that's one of the things many foreigners remember after visiting the Philippines. This one is always fun. The playful Filipina. She enjoys laughing. She enjoys making jokes, and she definitely enjoys hearing foreigners speak Filipino. Imagine you've practiced one Filipino sentence all morning. You finally say it. You smile proudly. Then everyone starts laughing. You are thinking, what happened? Maybe you pronounced one word differently? Maybe you accidentally changed the meaning. Don't worry, it happens all the time. Most Filipinas aren't laughing to embarrass you. They are just laughing because it's a funny moment. Then they will happily teach you the correct pronunciation. And don't be surprised if they tease you a little. That is actually very common among Filipinos. We joke with people we feel comfortable with. So, if a Filipina is laughing and joking with you, that's usually a good sign. Last but definitely not least, the caring Filipina. That is probably one of the reasons many foreigners admire Filipinas. She will ask, have you eaten yet? Did you sleep well? Did you get home safely? Drink more water. Take care. At first, you might wonder why she asks so many questions. But these little things are a way of showing we care. Sometimes caring isn't about buying expensive gifts. Sometimes it's making you coffee, saving the biggest piece of mango for you, cooking your favorite meal, making sure you're not hungry, checking if you're feeling okay, or reminding you to bring an umbrella because it looks like it's going to rain. Those little things may seem simple, but they very loud. But they often mean a lot. So, which type of Filipina do you think you'd get along with the most? A shy Filipina? The food lover? The family-oriented Filipina? The funny Filipina? Or the caring Filipina? Or maybe you've already met someone who's a little bit of all five. Of course, every Filipina is unique. No two people are exactly alike. Some are quiet, some are talkative, some love adventures, some prefer staying at home. Some love cooking, some would rather order food. And that's what makes meeting people in the Philippines so interesting. Now, I want to hear from you. If you're a foreigner, have you ever visited the Philippines? Have you met a Filipina who reminds you one of these 5 types? Or maybe you're dating one right now. I'd love to know which type describes her the best. And to all my fellow Filipinas watching, which one sounds the most like you? Or are you a combination of all five? Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I always enjoy sharing a little bit about Filipino culture with all of you. And I hope you learned something new while having a few laughs along the way. Thank you and mabuhay!